All opinions are those of the participants making them and are not an endorsement of any position, program, religion, or political affiliation. DFG's Corner is for information, observation, and entertainment. I ask that you comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Where Samuel Martin, and it has to stay in the family because it's from the Homestead Act, and it has to stay in the family. It's stuff like that. But if we can't get along, how are we even going to do anything with that? That could actually do something.
Exactly. And for
That's
all y'all
true
that don't know,
generation.
Samuel Martin was our great great grandfather. Samuel Lamel Martin. Um, he was our great great grandfather, and he had some property from the homestead, like Nicole said, in Florida. So she's actually doing the research to find out what claims we can get as far as and how it's going to be split amongst the great grandchildren. So it's five, 6 generations, but it's good about one thing I'm happy about things like ancestry. You know, once you figure out that your blood, most of the time, we kind of that's a point of commonality that we can build on,
Right.
and hopefully the person's not an idiot.
People are people.
that that's true. That's true too. Um, Apple, you've been quiet tonight. I'm gonna hit you up, but what do you think about loyalty being a middle child?
Um, as you know, I'm loyal to a fault sometimes to the wrong people.
Like your mother?
Yeah. But I believe I'm learning now in my 51 years that you can't always be loyal to certain people because you have to be loyal to yourself first. Um, Loyalty needs to go both ways, but sometimes it doesn't. Like I can be loyal to a person and they'll stab me in the back. And I think that goes with a lot of different relationships, whether it's familial or, professionally. And to touch on the professional, I taught my children that they have to be loyal to the job to an extent, but if they're not getting their worth, if they have to know their worth and what they bring to the company and what the company gives to them. And if they don't feel like they're valued as an employee, then they need to seek other opportunities. And if that means that they have to, continually, get different jobs until they're somewhere that they're comfortable, then that's fine too. Because you don't want to work at a job 30, 40 years and as soon as you're not productive at the job anymore, they just let you go, even after all the years that you put in, all the sweat, tears, and time. And, I, from my personal experience, from my last position that I retired from, when this is a true story, I worked so much. I didn't get lunch that day. I didn't know I was a diabetic at the time and I passed out. And my supervisor stepped over me, literally stepped over me and picked up my slack. And I'm laying on the ground as I'm laying on the ground just so he can get the quota met or the thing out on time. And that opened my eyes that you can't be loyal to these companies anymore because you're just, like you said, an asset. You're not, they don't look at you as a person. Not all companies are like that. Don't get it
Right.
twisted, but most of the time, more times than not, they are, because they're all about profit. They're not about people. And my work ethic is very strong, and I instilled that in my children. But it comes a time where you have to put yourself first. So, and that goes for the professional side, and that bleeds over into personal relationships as well. If I'm loyal to you and you have the opportunity to reciprocate, and then you do something that you know is going to be harmful to me, and you still do it, then where's the loyalty? Should I still be loyal to you after that? That's just my take on it.
No, no, actually, that's pretty, that works pretty well. That definitely works pretty well. I like that, and our children, we taught our children how to go and get it, and I'm sure that's, it's rough sometimes, but um, it overall, you want to be loyal because we just have to admit that we're human, and we want somebody to just feel the same way about us. And I'm saying this because I've been told that you just want people to give give you a little bit of what give back what little bit of what you're giving, and I think that brings loyalty. The things I look at are are will I do something for this person without asking? Meaning they ain't got to ask you something. If I see it, it's not even a question. Do I want to? Will they come if I call at 2 in the morning, or will I go? Because it's two ways. If they call me 2 in the morning, if I need you to, if I need, and it's not always has to do with favors or things like that. I'm just using those because we can understand that. And um, can I vouch for them, and can they vouch for me? Those are the three things that I use as a test for loyalty, whether it's friends, family. Um, sometimes we do stuff for people because we love them, and not because we have to. Because but that's loyalty. Um, those things that we hold dear to us with family, friends, relationships. You can only be loyal to somebody who's going to be somewhat loyal to you. But you can't. The thing is, though, you can't have blind loyalty. The reason why the little mustache man did so things in Yahtzee, Germany, was because people didn't check him. People didn't check him. They were loyal to him, blind loyalty, to where whatever he did was okay. And we're seeing that today with some of the MAGAs. Um, they have blind loyalty, and that's the worst kind of loyalty because you can be led astray. Like, remember Malcolm X, the movie? We were They run amok. We were led astray. But those things is that if you can't answer those three simple questions, then I question whether you can be a loyal person. And on that note, we are coming pretty close to the end. Um, I want to shout out people are always on. Without this, we would not be as successful. I want to thank Nicole for coming on. I want to thank Andreen. I want to thank Kim. I want to thank Summer on YouTube. I want to thank Nikki. You've been loyal. You guys have been loyal, and I appreciate that. So when I get on, I'm gonna always big up y'all and make sure that y'all, and if y'all have any subjects, y'all can hit me up at DLITE the number 7 at gmail.com. But if you have something you want me to cover, something you want us to talk about, as you could say, we don't have a set subject schedule because sometimes we want to talk about what's happening now. So I also want to let my other two lovely hosts speak before I go. Chocolate Pearl, you got anything to close us out on?
Just be loyal to yourself if nobody else.
All right, Apple, you got anything for your boy?
Pearl basically took the words out of my mouth. If you're loyal to yourself, the loyalty from others will come.
That definitely sounds like a winner. And like I always like to say before I close out, never make love by the garden gate. Though love is blind, the neighbors ain't. Y'all have a wonderful week, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm on all the socials, and we will see you guys next week.
Thanks for watching. This is the man with the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce, saying, never make love by the garden gate, though love is blind, the neighbors ain't.